I would say you'd have to literally do nothing and not start your business, not to make a profit out of that. So my name is Brandee Carroll. I live in Centerville, Ohio. My business is Brandee Brooke. It's a creation of something I've always had a huge passion for, wanting to help women feel confident and sexy and beautiful in their own skin and finding their own just style and the things that make them feel good, and building that into their lifestyle, so that they don't feel like they have to sacrifice fashion or beauty because they're a mom or because they're a businesswoman or because life is crazy. Those simple things that'll always help them feel more confident and more beautiful and more sexy. Because I mean, come on, sexy is not all about showing skin. It's about just the confidence that you radiate. And I want to help bring that out in women. Hearing other people share how they're progressing forward, having the action steps was a big thing. I'm like checklists. Those are important to have. Okay, this needs done. It kind of felt a little bit like school, but in a way that it's being focused on something that you're passionate about. And then every week, of course, having extra information on different categories, whether it's Facebook or groups or algorithms or just things that are going to be really important, going forward, that you're going to be using on a regular basis, but also hearing how other people are progressing forward in their businesses, the things that they're doing that's successful or that's not, was really helpful in just hearing that broad spectrum of ideas and plans and how it's helping them move forward. If you want to create something fast, you do need to have time to dedicate. It's not something that's for the faint of heart. Yeah, we all know life happened to me, but you want to be able to dedicate hours per week into this because it is an accelerator. It's something that you are in it to push yourself forward in 2, 3, 4 months, however long the accelerator or whichever class you're in is. You need to have that time dedicated. You probably shouldn't have a lot of trips during that time. It should be that dedicated time to pushing your business from nothing to a solid concept and moving forward. I think the first few weeks, you're able to gain a lot of clarity on your focus. And that's really important in the beginning to find that, okay, what's my niche? Where's my focus going to be? How am I going to narrow it down? And it really went through a lot of the steps on ensuring that you're narrowing it down as best as you can, but also understanding that you can broaden it later, but you need to have that focus in the beginning of where you're going to start. I'm a business person, so I feel pretty confident in that. And I would say someone who had no knowledge of business before would likely feel quite confident moving forward because they still have access to the resources that they were given in the beginning. And those resources are going to be what helps them, reference those, use those, revisit, do whatever you need to continue honing and focusing. Those are the things that are going to help you learn, okay, this is my business. How can I create this into a profitable business? But someone who didn't have any experience, I would say, would be quite confident moving forward, past this, on where to find things, how to approach things, how to ask the right questions moving forward. I think if someone had the time and resources to dedicate fairly quickly, 3 to 6 months, they could easily have something that's out there that is great for others. Of course, you're always going to be modifying and tweaking and upgrading or updating, but I would say 3 to 6 months, you could easily have something that you're seeing returns on. There's a whole section on focusing on how pricing goes and how whatever your concept is. So I think just being able to create something, you have to have that solid concept of what you're going to offer before you can start pricing, before you can start making any money. But that is, profit is the focus on how can you start monetizing your passion. from the beginning. It's there, and it's not something that I would say you'd have to literally do nothing and not start your business not to make a profit out of that. Of course, you have to follow it. You have to launch yourself. You have to do all those things. But in that, you're setting yourself up for success from the beginning, because you're using someone else's knowledge for your gain. They're helping you hone that to yourself and to your passion. And it's going to be, there's a lot of broad things that are talked about, but there are a lot of specifics too on what's specific to your business and your passion. And so that's where I believe the monetization comes in, is because it's not all broad. It's not just saying this is going to work for everyone, because let's be honest, the same crap doesn't work for everyone. You have to focus it. I mean, I think in the main course, every single one of us had a drastically different type of business. And like being able to see that, and I'm pretty sure everyone is starting to see fantastic returns on that. So, it was kind of like going back to school a little bit. But in a way that you have someone that's there dedicated to your success and pushing you forward and asking those questions and being that support system for you. And I mean, we have that in my other business at a different level. It's just different. And so being able to focus on, okay, for Brandee Brooke, for this fashion styling, how are we going to focus that, and having the one-on-one chats and having all those things often. I would say it's not something that you're going to see a lot, but the information side of things and how much information we have access to after the fact is really fantastic.